What's up, Code Candy fam? Anupriya here. Welcome to Code Candy, where curiosity finds clarity. In this video, we'll learn about API and types of API in the easiest way possible. Let's jump in. What is API? API is an application programming interface, right? It is a set of rules and protocols allowing different software applications to communicate. What it is saying, it's a bridge between client and a server. So as we all know, we'll go into a topic every time with a real-time example, right? So suppose now I am craving for pizza. Suppose I went to Domino's Pizza. Now I want to eat onion pizza. What I will do? I'll go to the restaurant. I will sit on a table. I will take a menu and I'll call the waiter and I'll order, hey waiter, I want a pizza with onions on it, light cheese also on it, with a thin crust. These are the requirements I said for the waiter. What does that waiter does? He will take note of what I want, like onion pizza, thin crust, some cheese, mozzarella cheese. Okay. What he does? He'll go to Domino's kitchen, right? Where all the things are done here. He'll go there and there he will have a chef, right? He will tell Anupriya, table number 1, ordered a onion pizza and they have some requirements like mozzarella cheese, thin crust and onions on it. That's it. This waiter will listen what all the protocols I gave. Like here I said na rules and protocols. See here rules are cheese, crust, onions. These rules this waiter listens and this waiter will go to the chef who is residing in the Domino's kitchen and he will say all these rules to the chef and that chef will follow all these rules and protocols and he will make the pizza. This waiter will take that pizza and he will give it to me. See, now here I am the client. Server is the chef. Who is the bridger? Waiter who takes the order. Right? In this way, API is also a waiter who takes orders from the client and he will take all the rules and protocols. He will go to the server and the server will process all these rules and protocols. It will give some response and this way this API will take that response and give it to the client. This is called as application programming interface. So in real world example, we have spoke about pizza. In the same way, in the technical terms, this waiter is an API, Anupriya is a client, Domino's Kitchen is a server. And what I am asking is the requirement of onion pizza is the protocol. Like it is a request with a set of protocols which I gave to the API. That API will take it to the server and that server gives me response. What is that response? It is the onion pizza which is served in my plate. That is the response which I get from the server. Okay. See, now you can say, hey Anupriya, why are you preparing all this? You can go prepare that pizza by yourself at home, right? But I need wheat, I need onions, I need oven, cheese, all the and what all the process I need to make that pizza. All these things will cost me, which is like here for 150 rupees. I am having onion pizza without any hassle. But to make that pizza at my home, all these ingredients will cost me around 500 rupees. And here I got within 10 minutes. But when I make that pizza at my home, it will take up to 1 hour based on my experience. So it requires all the knowledge, cooking knowledge, ingredients, recipe, and all the like oven, dough, all the things which we need to prepare the pizza at home. But it is costing me more. But while I am getting this at 150 rupees. See, say with this same example, if I explain you in technical terms, suppose I want to check a weather conditioning in India. Okay, whether it is sunny or cloudy or rainy. I want to know how is the weather right now in India. What is the scenario for the upcoming 5 days in India or whatever location. Like if I stay in Hyderabad, what is the climate of Hyderabad right now? I want to know. See, in technical terms, see in real time pizza it may be uh, done by me, right? It only cost me 500 rupees 1 hour. I can do that pizza at my home for my convenience. But in real time, whatever we are speaking about this cost time, in real time, what it in company level, you need to understand. See, to know the weather of the India or Hyderabad or wherever the location you are residing in, are you maintain is a company maintaining satellite? Are they going to the Earth stratosphere and checking whether it is cloudy or sunny or it is raining? No. In the you see, if you want to know whether in a company terms, no, you have to every company should maintain its own satellite. How much does a satellite cost me? Does it cost me 500 rupees like pizza? No. So to know the weather details, that company will rely on the third party APIs. See this open weather API, just for example I have took this API name. This API, what does it do? It will have the entire details of the world, maybe India. In that it will have details about Hyderabad. Every second to second this API is maintained by those live details of our weather. What does this weather app API do? It will take the details from ISRO, NASA. These companies, organizations, they will provide the weather details, and this open weather API takes all those details about weather and they will store in the form of API. This is a public API. See, I have a company which is Code Candy. Now, in my app, if I want to know weather, I will simply use this API. I will not maintain any satellites and I will not go to stratosphere within 1 hour and go check the weather and come. I will simply use this pre-built API and I will show weather of Hyderabad in my mobile application. See in this way APIs helps us to maintain all this hustle. This hustle is taken by companies like ISRO, NASA, and they will give us all the details and to the API. Company level, we will use this API and simply get the details of the weather of Hyderabad or upcoming days, what will be the weather. These simple details we will just get with the help of API. We will request this API. This API will give response in this simple way. All these things are happening in seconds. How API works. This is client. This is server, right? Now, in this example, this client, it is asking, see, until now we are saying API, it will take a request, give a response. In technical coding terms, that request will be like this. It is telling, hey, API, give me weather. Forget means you are getting details about what weather. For whom? City is equal to Mumbai. Now we are requesting API to get weather details about Mumbai. Now this API takes that request and that API will go to the server, and whatever the parameters we are giving here now, it will give to the server. Now the server gives a response like this. Hey, in the JSON format. In the JSON format. Hey, you are asking weather details about Mumbai, right? Here whatever parameter you give, that it is giving as the first line of the JSON. What you have asked, weather details. Whatever we are using API, it is telling that temperature is 30 degrees, condition is sunny. Okay, whatever this format it is given, the entire response is given as a JSON format. Now this response we will not show directly into the app. We will show in the form of images like 30 degrees, it is sunny, right? In this format we will show in our mobile apps or websites. This response, this JSON response we are taking and we are giving to the UI. All these things are happening in the backend and we are taking into the that response, JSON response to UI. That front end developers, they will show it in the nicest way possible, like 30 degrees sunny with all the CSS shadows, effects, 3D icons, neomorphism. See, whatever you want you can use and show it in the nicest way possible. But that information we are getting from where? We are getting it from the server with the help of whom? API. Who is giving the request? Client. Client means who? We are the clients. Okay. Now see, this API, there are so many types like public API, private API, composite API, partner API. Till now we have learned what API means, but in API also we have so many types, like 4 types. One is public API. See, in detail we will go to each and every slide and we will discuss about what each API means and where it is used, what companies are developing those APIs and what companies are using, how much useful are these, based on the requirements what API you have to use in your company. And one app, every app we are developing, every website, every app, whatever we are developing, that entire app, it is a combination of multiple APIs. See, if you are using, suppose you are using Rapido, In Rapido, first thing what you will get, pickup and drop location, like street address, state, city, country. Like for pickup and drop, you will get all these latitude and longitude coordinates, right? It will show a map for you with the pins to select the pickup and drop location. Do you think that Uber, Rapido, Ola, do you think these companies are developing their own Google Maps? They are holding their own satellites and they are zooming every day in and out. What are the coordinates? What is this? Where this Hyderabad is resided? What is the latitude, longitude of that Hyderabad? Where Anupriya is putting that pickup location? Where Anupriya is going? All these details, entire details. This Uber, Ola, Rapido, their companies, are they maintaining any individual satellites? No, right? Everything is handled by ISRO and NASA. They are maintaining these coordinates, be it weather or these satellite details. Google Maps API. I think you all know by now. Google Maps. Google is providing all the map details because it is a very big server and it maintains all the maps, coordinates, latitudes, longitudes, weathers, and login details, logout details, and what that the user is searching day to day. See, in Amazon, I will give another small example for your understanding. In Amazon, no, in Google, I will search, I want cycle, some ladybird cycle for my daughter, for suppose. Then I have searched here. But what Amazon does, immediately it will give me some cycle suggestions in the home page. Hey Anupriya, this cycle is good, that cycle is good, that accessories are good. Here is the cheapest rate. Go to this company, use that company. It will say how it is getting all that information for Amazon. It is taking the Google search details of the user. Whatever user types here, whatever user thinks or types or imagines, every detail each and every second it is given to Amazon. Like these two companies are tied up. You can say such APIs as partner APIs. But in Amazon only it will give some personal APIs like how each product should show the suggestions, what are the combination of the products. Suppose if I am searching for a mobile, if I am searching for a mobile, it will automatically give me mobile case, earphones details, or some glass. See what are the requirements for mobile, what are the accessories we can use for the mobile. It will use, it will show along with this mobile like tripod and all. So in these all this logic where it goes, Amazon is developing some personal API like AI suggestions. It will take all the AI suggestions. Suppose Anupriya is searching for OnePlus mobile, it will ask for OnePlus case or any OnePlus earphones, OnePlus earbuds, like whatever related to that particular company or whatever feasible for that mobile case. Amazon will go some AI and will do some AI analytics, like it will take the Power BI data, like whenever the person is taking some mobile, it will take the history, like that particular person after buying a mobile, what all the things he will search for, what all the things he will buy according to this phone. It will take all the suggestions, it will train their particular models, and whenever we are searching for one thing, it will hit their personal APIs. Those are called as private APIs. Public API, see best example is Google Maps, Open Weather API. These are the best examples for public API. Composite API. See, Whenever I am hitting one API, 2 to 3 results should come. See, suppose if I am hitting Google Maps now, it will give me latitude, longitude, street address, like coordinates. See, at one time it is hitting multiple APIs and giving me multiple responses. Those kind of APIs are called composite APIs. This is just an overview of each API, but in depth we will discuss about each API. See, this is public API. Name itself is telling that this API can be used by anybody. It is also called as open API. These are publicly available interfaces that lets external users access their company data or services via HTTP, easily integration, reusable and consistency. See, whenever the external users, developers access company data or services through the internet, these APIs like Google Maps, weather APIs, see here I have mentioned na. This helps to embed maps, location services, weather data. Why it is called as public? See, worldwide, if Hyderabad coordinate latitude is this, longitude and latitude are this, throughout the world, whether Earth is rotating this side or that side, it doesn't matter. These Hyderabad data coordinates are consistent, right? Whether you open in Google app, Amazon app, Ola app, Zomato, Zepto, whatever app you open now, Hyderabad means it will give this same data only. Why? Because all the companies are using same API and this data whatever these companies are giving, it is consistent throughout every app we are using, and these APIs are always easy to integrate because it doesn't require much technical skills. You will just give some parameters, what all parameters you require, and it will give response in the form of JSON, and this JSON you will give to UI developers and they will simply display in the website or app. In this simple way, you are getting the responses, showing it in your apps without any help of satellites and what this nonsense hustle. You are getting this data very easily in your mobile phones. This public API means open for everyone. This is the key term you need to know for public API. Whenever you see an API which is public, means you should know one thing. It is open for everyone and anyone can use. It is reusable, and all you have to do is if a Google Maps, if they have a key, you have to take that API key. You have to log in with your company details, use that API key and access all these APIs. Some may be paid, some may be free. Whether it is free or paid, you are getting it without all this hassle. Depending on the complexity that API, whatever the details it is providing, you will get it either paid mode or free mode. And you need to pay. You don't need to pay. If you are a client, you are opening the app, you are seeing the details. That's it. That is your task. If you are a developer, you will take the company details, you will get the API, you will use that API responses and show it in your app. You don't pay for the things. If you are a personal, like any tech enthusiast, you have to pay for these things. Now you know very popular ChatGPT. There also you are using open AI API keys. What you will do, you will go to ChatGPT, log into the API profile, you will create your own key and you will use the GPT models. Da- DaVinci, GPT models. In Azure also you will use all these models. You will create an account. You can use all these models using Open API, Open AI API keys. With the help of that, you will do all this. You don't need to train your own model. All you have to do is for generating images, you will go to OpenAI and use that keys, and you will just give request and response like ChatGPT, OpenAI, Create AI. You'll have some models in that you will give what is the model you are using, what are the tokens, what is the system strings. You will give those details like parameters previously you have discussed, and based on that you will get the response. That response you will show here in the, if you are a chat, if I am giving question, you will get a response in the form of text. If you are using DaVinci model, you will get a response in the form of image. In this way, you can use public API keys. The second API is private API. That private API is another name for private API is an internal API. This API, as the name itself, it is only used by that particular organization, and out of the people nobody can use it. Only people who are access for that API key, only they can use. Once you have created a model, you can reuse it anytime, because you are only maintaining Hazel for one type. Like you will code one API, you will use that API multiple times, and you will increase productivity across the team environment. Best example is HR API. See, for Code Candy company, I will have some separate employees, I will have separate payroll, I will have my own attendance system. All these things I will maintain an API. Like whenever I will swipe in that time, my employment ID, what is the date, day, exit in, entry, exit, all these things I will maintain as a record. So whenever I'll hit one question in employee app, whenever employee says in a company in this particular August month, how many days that employee attended to the company, we will calculate with this data, and we will say he is present for 21 days, and we will maintain payroll for that 21 days only. In this way, every company develops its own private API, its own upon the own company data. Previously public API, the data is public. See, Google Maps, it is constant. Everywhere, whatever location you search for, that location is constant. Hyderabad latitude, longitude is constant. Wherever, worldwide, that is the same. But for company data, it has its own company employee records, own company data. On that company private data only we are developing an API. That API only we are using for company onboarding portals. Second example is inventory management API. Suppose Amazon. Amazon, what does it do? It will maintain its own stock details, warehouse details, supply management details. All these details, to access it, it will maintain its own API. And this API, these APIs are not used by other organizations. It is used for internal purposes only, because the data which we are developing, the API itself is private to the company. Only that company employees can use. As soon as you are fired, you can't use those APIs, because you will lose access for that APIs. Right? Next is Composite API. See, as previously I have discussed, it will combine multiple data services request into single API. Suppose if I am hitting, see, here I have given e-commerce composite API. It will fetch product details, pricing, reviews in one call. Suppose I have OnePlus phone. Now I want to get that OnePlus color, size, RAM, model, processor details, camera quality details, price of that, discount offer, reviews about this thing. No, but basically in database we will store reviews in separate table, pricing, discount, offer details in separate table, product details in separate table. But if I want to know OnePlus phone details, I have to hit how many APIs? 3 APIs to get the data. Now instead of hitting 3 APIs and making this as a overhead means you are decreasing the latency. This performance of the app will decrease if you hit multiple APIs per one screen. Ideal thing is for one screen you can only use 2 to 3 APIs to increase the mobile performance. Screen to screen, if I want to have more performance and it should have smooth transition means no, we should not bombard the screen with multiple APIs. Instead of bombarding with the multiple APIs, I will only call one API which calls reviews, product details, pricing details all at once. This is called as a composite API. See, here they have mentioned it will improve performance. It will deliver smooth experience. Another example is healthcare API. This healthcare API, you are getting the patient record details, their report details, their appointment details all at once. But in database level, this record is separate table, report is separate table, appointment is separate table. But you are combining all the data and hitting as a one API. This composite API is a next little bit next level for public API and private API. Like to increase the performance, we are combining APIs. See, if I am developing one screen, no, this product page screen, I will know in this product page what all the details I have to show, like product details, pricing details, reviews for this page, add to cart button, review button, images. I will know the what all the requirements I am developing for that screen, no. So whenever your requirements are clear, the next thing is you have to go for, all you need is not to look good, feel and good things, UI. So whenever you are loading multiple APIs, this product page will load like this. Until then user cannot wait to see that product, right? So instead of hitting 3 APIs and showing loading indicator like this, we will hit all the 3 APIs we will combine 3 APIs into one API and we will hit that API. We will get the response from that API and show the product details within nanoseconds. This is the use of composite API. Next thing is partner API. See, name itself it is telling that, see, these two friends, there are two friends. This is one chocolate. These two will make an agreement that on this chocolate, these two people have right. That is called as agreement. These two partners will take an agreement over that API, enabling secure and controlled environment to use on the external applications. Suppose it is a PayPal partner API is an example. In Amazon, whenever we are clicking order, buy, like buy, it will show you one payment page, right? This payment page, are you thinking Amazon is developing that payment page and taking the hassle of the payments transactions, whether the transaction is successful or failed with the banks, it is maintaining any details? No. Amazon will make an agreement. This guy is Amazon, this guy is PayPal. These two will make agreement that whenever this person clicks buy, it will use your API and it will provide the response whether the order is successful, payment is successful or not. This is called as a third party gateway, and here these two people are maintaining one agreement. In the similar way, FedEx is also another example. See, Amazon, it will only show product details. See, after payment, the next step is tracking. Do you think Amazon will take the hassle of maintaining each product detail, where that product is there, where the warehouse is there, where it is going? See, in order, best example is whenever you are tracking your status, I have ordered some lip balm. Let us say one dot key lip balm. Hmm? See this dot key lip balm I have ordered. My payment is successful with the help of PayPal, and this company is in California. Even I don't know. This is just an example. Don't troll me again. This dot key, I'm thinking that its company is in California. Whenever I have ordered like one quantity, this will go to California. From that California to it will go get to India. In India, I'm staying in Hyderabad. In Hyderabad, staying in some particular street. Till then, after getting into Hyderabad warehouse, it will give to some person. This person will collect my lip balm. He will come to my house and he will hand over that product to me and say deliver successful. Do you think this supply chain management is taken by Amazon? No. It will hand over to third party companies like FedEx. So this FedEx person will take care of all the supply chain management. What Amazon does, it only take care of the details like whether that product came from California to Anupriya hand or not. That is the thing Amazon requests. In between whatever happening, Amazon will not give Amazon will not take care of the details. Okay. This is about partner API. See, so far we have learned different types of API. Now we are going to learn about API applications. See, in the first slide we have learned about weather snippets. So to maintain weather, see here I have mentioned NASA, ISRO, these people will take care of all the satellites. They will give that responses to Google, Apple, news apps. Okay, these companies they will take care of that hassle and they will provide in the form of APIs to companies. Login and authentication. See, whenever you are opening some websites, like you will get SSO logins, right? Continue with Google, continue with LinkedIn, continue with GitHub. Why you are getting those kind of SSO logins? Because every time that one person logins, you have to maintain his user details, password details, mail, first name, last name, phone number, his street name, pin code, his language. All these details already Google is taking care. Then again, why we have to maintain the redundant data of Anupriya? Anupriya is Anupriya throughout the world. The Anupriya details don't change, no. So Google will take care that of that Anupriya record, and other companies will use my details. The moment if I click continue with the Google, Google will hand over all this data to the website which I am logging in. See, example Google sign on Facebook login. Entertainment. This entertainment industry best example is YouTube. See, in your website, suppose in Code Candy website, I want to show all the courses of mine, API, web hosting, so far whatever I teach. Will I again maintain this YouTube these videos data? Will I maintain separate database? Will I upload all these YouTube videos into that database? Will I fetch here? No, simply I will embed my videos into website using YouTube API. This is example of entertainment. In the e-commerce website, best example is Razorpay, PayPal. See, FedEx also another example. Here, every time you don't give details, you will simply you use Razorpay. In Razorpay, it will navigate me to the Phone Pay, Google Pay, Paytm, or credit card, debit card. It will give me these options whether my transaction is successful or not. It will take all these APIs will take care. That Amazon, Flipkart, Snapdeal, eBay don't take care of this hustle. It will hand over to Razorpay API. Similarly, in gaming APIs, this Xbox Live API they will use. Why? If I want to show leaderboard, who is first, who is last, my score. If I am using multiple players, like in Ludo, you will have multiple players. Every time you don't use this to integrate in your gaming app, you will not develop from scratch. You will just go to Xbox API and use that APIs, pre-built APIs into your gaming apps, and you will almost cut it off 80% risk in developing your websites or mobile applications. You will be cutting this 80% effort and risk while developing these mobile applications. All this stuff like payment, weather, maps, login details, everything is maintained by the APIs. See, my in my experience, like 4 years experience, whenever you are developing an app or website, you know, almost 80% of your app or website is done with the help of APIs. Little to nothing you are giving your efforts, like combining all these APIs and giving it a form is the task you have to do. Everything is taken care by these APIs only. See, did you know fact this first public API is given by Salesforce. See, imagine it is given by at the time of 2000. Now it is 2025. See, our APIs had a long journey of 25. I think it's a silver jubilee journey of the APIs. Imagine how many apps, how many websites are being developed with the help of APIs only. See, nearly 83% of website traffic today is powered by APIs. What is web traffic? You are giving a request, you are getting response. All this request response in the 100% of the traffic, this 83% is because of APIs only. Right? See, if you enjoyed this video, hit like, share and subscribe. All you have to do is keep learning, stay curious. This is Anupriya from Code Candy signing off. Bye bye.